Hi y'all, I'm Allison. After quite a long break, the Sims are back to help me pick more books for spooky season. I'm looking for 6 more books in October, and we're going to continue to embrace the chills and thrills aspect of the month and focus on horrors and thrillers, chilly, sinister mysteries, and maybe a book for just centered in fall to kind of break up all of that nail-biting tension. And my Sims are going to lead me to hopefully some really good spooky books. At least that's the hope. That's the dream. So we're going to jump right back into Oasis Springs. Goldie has found another house for us to visit. And this time we've got 3 roommates, Taylor, Sydney, and Avery, who are all aspiring to join the entertainment field in one way or another. So they've got a little bitty house and they have it all decked out for Halloween. So let's get in there and see which books they're going to lead me to this month. Cross your fingers. I need a good month of reading. So let's go see what our first book is. And if I didn't mention it, we're looking for a 6. At least that's what we're going to start with. They may decide I need more. Who knows? Let's go. Here's Goldie. It's quite dark outside, but we can follow her inside and start picking my books. Look, we've got Sydney out here too. Of course, everybody is dressed up for Halloween. And we've got a floating wreath. Let's get into the house. It's quite bright and colorful. So let's just get started right away. All we have to do is tell Goldie to come over here to the bookcase and read something. She will randomly select a book that has been retitled with a prompt. And it's as simple as that. Okay, we've got animal on cover. This should be something we should be able to work with. Don't you just love their costumes? I had a lot of fun getting them dressed up, although the options are pretty limited. Anyway, Goldie did me right. She's got my back, as usual, because the animal on the cover gives me the chance to add the spell shop onto my list, and I was planning to read this no matter what during October, so I'm super excited it got on there. And look, we got purple sprayed edges, lilac ones. This is Once Upon a Book Club's Halloween box. Past years they've done sweet or spooky, and this time it's magic and mischief. So this is the mischief box, and I will do a video for it, opening up all the gifts. Looks like there's actually 5 in here. I'm excited. So the Halloween boxes are always fun. And this one's obviously fantasy, supernatural. And we have a cat with some kind of wings on the cover. So I had to have my son confirm that it was an animal because I still need that cataract surgery. It's a little fuzzy for me. Anyway, it's going to be cozy charm, endearing characters, and reminders that sometimes the biggest risks lead to the sweetest reward. There's unicorn in the woods, mermaid in the coves, and the best raspberry she's ever tasted. Yeah, the spell shop sweeps readers into a world of mirror horses, illegal spells, and first love. It's comforting as home jam on a fresh baked muffin. So we will see about that. This will be a nice break from all of the horror and presents. All right, let's go back in the game and see what's going to be next. Well, Taylor is over here sleeping, so we're going to wake him up. Have him put his costume back on because, hello, it's Halloween. It's already in bed and it's only 10:20. So it's his turn to come over here and pick something. By the way, he is our heir, our main sim, and things have gone too well for him. So what do we get? A short book. That's always handy. I love these cobwebs with the spider. Isn't that cool looking? Taylor's looking out for me as well. A short book, under 200 pages. Although that was kind of difficult to do because 200 is very short. I may have to adapt that one later. But I am going to go with 39 Clues, The Viper's Nest. This one isn't necessarily Halloween or anything like that, but it is short. And it is a mystery. We will be missing out on the sinister vibes of it, but that's okay, because I love this series, and I don't know how many times this thing has made it on my list. That in itself is scary, because it keeps making my TBR, and I haven't read it yet. So October, I'm going to do it. Let's go in and see what Sydney's going to pick for us. I love her makeup. It changed her look completely. It's simple, but quite dramatic, I think. All right, so Sydney's back here in her teeny tiny bedroom, but she has to help us out. So let's see which book she's going to pick. +2. No, Sydney. Oh, man. She did me wrong. She added 2 more. So now we've got to do 8 books. In addition to the, what, I think 7 I already have from Just Spin It. And I'm going to be playing Bookopoly, Spookopoly as well. So, yeah, that pile of possibilities. There's no way I'm going to be reading everything. But that's okay. Okay, let's go and find out what her prompt is actually going to be. Okay, Sydney. You did it to me, so you can't read that anymore. You need to pick a book this time. What do we get? Random phrase. Okay, so we got to pull up a generator, get a random phrase, and then I have to find a book that will match that somehow. I haven't done one of these in a while. We got to pull up the little thing and see which phrase we get. Hopefully it'll be something I can work with. A hard pill to swallow. Okay, that one is definitely doable. We could do poison related or something that bitter. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? Like maybe jealousy or something. Okay, let me scour and see what I can come up with. It's like it knew. This is perfect for her sister's death because this is a mystery. 2 timelines, I think the 20s and present day. But when her sister is found dead in a Baltimore hotel room, reporter Val Ritter's world is turned upside down. There's an empty pill bottle at the scene, and it leads the police to believe that her sister committed suicide. But our reporter Val doesn't believe that because it's a hard pill to swallow. She's like, there's no way my sister would do that. And then there's going to be some kind of past, something happened in the hotel in 1921. So I'm going to finally read this one with its beautiful gold edges. And this is another Once Upon a Book Club box. An oversized Once Upon a Book Club box. So it would be really nice. Can't really see much. I don't know what's all in here. It's underneath here. So we got some big items. I'm going to read the book and find out. So I will have another video for this one. I didn't mention it with the spell shop. I'll be vlogging that one as well. So if you're curious to see what those gifts are, be sure and keep an eye out for the video. Okay, let's go back in. And we've got one more roommate to check out, Avery. Looks like Goldie went outside. What's she doing? She's going to visit Avery, who is carving a pumpkin. He's a scarecrow. I was proud of this costume. It was really hard to come up with new stuff because there's a very limited amount of Halloween in the game. And I don't have any custom content other than those few posters. Okay, we're going to cut his conversation short and have him pick a book for us. Did he finish his pumpkin? No. But he got credit for it. Let's put the walls back up. I think that's a romance book as far as the game is concerned. Once Upon a Book Club adult. Perfect! I'm excited by this. So excited. And I'll show you why. That's right. We have another Once Upon a Book Club. And I have the second Halloween one. This one is the Mischief box. It's quite heavy. We've got quite a few gifts in here. And the book this time is What Have You Done by Sherry Lapana, author of The Couple Next Door. So this is a twisty domestic thriller. Going to happen in a little sleepy town in Vermont. Okay, we've got a small little town where the teenagers get together in the graveyard, tell ghost stories, stuff like that. The people keep their doors unlocked. It's a safe little town, but all of that's going to change one morning because Diana Brewer isn't lying safely in her bed where she belongs. Instead, she lies in a hayfield, circled by vultures, discovered by a local farmer. How quickly a girl becomes a ghost, how quickly a town of friendly, familiar faces becomes a town of suspects, a place of fear and paranoia. Someone in Fairy Hell did this, and everyone wants answers. Oh, this is gonna be good. And it's got presents. And it's not long. A winner. Man, I'm just knocking it out of the park with this list. I'm excited. Okay, let's go back in, and I think we're gonna have to cycle back to Goldie now. So Goldie's checking out the pumpkin. It's really dark outside. I don't know if you can see that. Let's follow her in, and then we'll have her pick something else. No, 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 no. Wait, what? No. No. Oh my God. It's the end of an era, y'all. Goldie's gone. What are we going to do without our librarian? Stupid small rooms. Where's... Okay, we're going to put down the walls here so we can see what's going on. Where's Grim? I mean, Grim does belong here on Halloween, but not because of Goldie. In fact, I'm beginning to think this house is cursed because this was a failed save in my game. We've jumped ahead generations because I loved Roxanne's house, how it finished so much I couldn't add Halloween to it. But I came to this one, and Taylor, my heir, died because Sydney over here did a prank on him, and Taylor laughed himself to death on Halloween. So I have to start this whole house over. So this house will just, it's a random off. And now Goldie's died. Oh my God, we're going to have to find a new librarian. I can't believe that. Who's... I don't know. What's Grim doing? He found some clay to play with. Okay, we're going to move Goldie's headstone outside. And let's say hi to Grim and then get back to work. I still can't believe that. What the hell? Grim can't take Goldie. What are we going to do? She's been our librarian since I started this. August of 2021. It's been 3 years. I'm going to have to find a replacement for this. It's just wrong. Although, if she comes back as a ghost, it's going to be really cool because she'll be wearing her Halloween costume. Maybe, I wonder if I could do that. Through the game, you can bring back a ghost. That would be fun to have a ghost librarian. I don't know if I have time to do that, but all right, we're going to have to find somebody else. And I need to find someone else has to pick a prompt. Goldie can't give me one. I still can't believe it. Grim just had to get all dramatic on us and be here for Halloween, which I think I mentioned it. This house might be cursed because it was Halloween and Taylor died too. He left himself to death. So it's a good thing this thing will be torn down because this is not where we're supposed to be in the timeline. Last time it was Roxanne, and I didn't want to alter her house because I absolutely love it. So we're going to go to her house in November and then proceed on with our alphabet. We kind of jumped out of order, and this might be what I get for doing that. Okay, enough of my rambling. Now let's get back in the game because we still have books to pick, and I haven't quite wrapped my head around Goldie. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, but let's over here. Okay, Taylor, let's read something. Yeah, they just got to notice that Spooky Day was awful. Your guest dies. Where did this book go? Okay, stop chatting. I do like how spooky Grim sounds. His voice is so deep. Okay, read something. Although, you know, maybe it's rude to ignore Grim, but we've got work to do. Okay, what do we get? Random phrase. We already had that. We're not doing that again. I'm pulling rank. Try again. Grim's leaving, I think. Yep. Bye, Grim. TBR Chalice. All right. So, no decision required for me. I like that. Oh, they're all sad. Okay, yeah, I don't blame them. It's not turning out to be a very good Halloween for them. But Taylor is taking away all of my options, my chance at choosing for myself, and I need to get the jar. Now, since this is Halloween and we're focusing on horror, thriller, scary mysteries, that kind of stuff, I decided not to use my normal TBR jars. Instead, we're going to pick from the pumpkin jar. I meant to mention that at the beginning, but I think I forgot. So, let's see what we get. I hope it's a good one. Going right here, and I want this one. Now, it was cleaned out unless it's a book that's already on my TBR, because it is getting quite long. Under the Dome. Oh, no. That's a long one. Here it is. That's Stephen King. I've seen part of it was a TV show, but we ended up getting distracted and didn't see it all, but it was really sinister, and I know the book is going to be even better, because all of a sudden this small town, they realize they're trapped under some kind of a force field. They can't get past it. They're living under the dome. So, all right, Stephen King. We'll see if I can get to this one. It's a long one. All right, back into game. Let's see what we got.
Massaplim.
Poor Sydney. She's taking it pretty hard, especially considering that she really didn't know Goldie. She had just joined their household not too long ago. Okay, before we let her go to bed and just cry it out in her pillow, let's have her pick one more. See what we get. Adaptation. This could work. A lot of Stephen King's books have been turned into movies. What was Taylor over here flipping out about? Oh, I think he got scared by the candy jar. I forgot about that. Okay, Sydney, you can grab a treat. And then if she wants to go to bed, we'll let her. We also forgot to turn on the little ghost lamp. Isn't that cool? Having just picked a Stephen King book, of course, the first adaptation that came to mind is Misery. I absolutely love this movie and I love this book, but it's been a very long time since I've read it, and I've been wanting to reread it. I bet it's been, God, 15 years since I've read it, and it's one that has stuck with me vividly. So I'm curious to see if it's going to be as impactful as it was back in the day when I read it before, and it will be going on my list. Of course, this one has, our main character is an author. He has a wreck up in Maine that's snowy, and his car slides off the road. He gets really injured, and Annie turns out to be a super fan of his. She's also a nurse, and she finds him in the ditch and takes him to her secluded house and nurses him back to health. But she's very, very mad at him because he has killed off her favorite character. And she's got some things to say about that. So I will be reading Misery. Okay, so Avery, come and pick our last book. Oh, he had a ghost pop up on him. Okay. All right, let's get our last one, and hopefully it'll be a good one. Dear John, an epistolary style of book. I don't know that I'm going to be able to find that. You know what? We're going to go ahead and pull another one. This might be cheating a little, but I don't care, because I want to stick to Halloween themed. And I want to say most of my epistolary books are like historical fiction and stuff like that. So we're going to do one more just in case I can't find it. Okay, what do we get? So mysterious. Okay, this I can definitely do. Okay, I can't believe I lucked out. Avery gave me the epistolary one, and I really didn't think that was going to be possible, keeping with the theme, but I was wrong. I have my stuff tagged whenever I get a new book, the tags in Storygraph and everything. So I checked my epistolary one, and look, episode 13. This is one of my most anticipated Halloween books, and it is epistolary, so this will count. And let's see, this brings a terrifying twist to the found footage genre when a reality TV show's crew finds themselves trapped in a nightmare of their own creation. An epistolary descent into a living nightmare. So Faded Black is a new ghost hunting TV reality show. In episode 13, it takes them to every ghost hunter's holy grail, the Paranormal Researchers Foundation. Crumbling derelict mansion holds secrets and clues about bizarre experiments that took place there in the 1970s. Undoubtedly haunted, and Matt hopes to use scientific techniques and high-tech gear to prove it. So I don't know where the epistolary part comes in. I guess they're going to find documents on letters and things like that. We will see, but it does say epistolary descent. So I am excited for this. And a little terrified too. Okay, this goes on the list. Okay, so it turns out that I was right to go ahead and do two back-to-back with when that Dear John prompt came up, because I got so surprised by Goldie's death that I completely forgot she didn't get to pick a book. So we only had 7, and we need 8. So we will go ahead and use that extra prompt that Avery pulled, which is so mysterious. So I get to add a mystery. And I know the perfect one to pick. This is another one that is most anticipated for me. It's a middle grade, Small Spaces. It's supposed to be quite scary, terrifying, and fun. So this one's going to be a ghost story. We got 11-year-old Ollie and her 2 friends. They're going to go on a frightening journey into the world behind the mist. And in order to survive and not get stuck there, Ollie and her friends need to be quick on their feet as they work to unravel a 100-year-old mystery, save their classmates, and beat the villainous smiling man at his own game. So, and if I remember correctly, this one happens over Halloween. I think the kids are on a field trip. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they are. No, they got a bus. So regardless, I'm really excited to read this one, and I'm glad I made it on my list. I was trying to get it on Just Bennett, but it didn't work. But that's okay, because The Sims got me. All right, let me give you, and now that it's light out, show you what the house looked like. This will take all of 2 seconds because it's a teeny tiny starter with a roof that's too small. So yeah, there's a messy yard. Goldie. I still can't believe that happened. And inside, in case you didn't get to see everything, here we go. We'll do it this way. So there's their kitchen, some Halloween posters over there, and some very plain bedrooms and bathroom. So that was it. When we actually come back to this house in the future, it'll be completely different, but we will still have the same Sims because I do have to redo this. I turned another thick Stephen King book around to show for Under the Dome. And here's my list. I think it's incredible. I've got 3 Once Upon a Book Club boxes, so watch for those vlogs. Those books will be a priority because I want to get them read. Now, I'll still be playing Spookopoly, so if you haven't already and you would like to check that one out, be sure and subscribe and keep an eye out for it. I hope to see you very soon, and happy Halloween.
Da, 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 do, da.